Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to the Hard Mode Challenge. In the last episode, our tribe learned that survival isn't all about making sure that the bearyenas aren't knocking on our door, because now we have a brand new issue, which is that our only female in the tribe is just about to pass away. She only has 2 days left on her lifespan, and then we're going to be left without any way to continue our current families, unless we can maybe find another female out in the tall grass, or unless Anala manages to give us one daughter before she passes away. We do still have this healing fruit up in the north too, so I suppose we could always try to have her munch on that, but unless we can find the nesting material to make another nest up there too, then it's not really going to benefit her in any way. I suppose if Bean's Dodomingo family wouldn't mind, we might actually be able to use these permanent nests instead. In fact, I wonder if there's another one out in the tall grass too. Let's bring Bean around this way to investigate the other Dodomingo. I had a feeling. Look at these two roosting side by side. So I guess, technically, we should be able to bring Anala to the permanent nest after she takes her medicine, of course. We'll just have to be mindful that we don't draw the attention of the bearyena out here, the killer bearyena that we left behind. I'm still not quite sure what happened to that guy, but I don't really want to find out. We are not prepared for that yet. So Pecan, I think you're going to have to stay here and watch after your little brother. That way we can bring Anala to Crow's side, so he should be able to breed with her. Then she won't have to worry about catching the attention of this rogue wandering male, of course. Their immunity genes are different, so we wouldn't have to worry about sick babies, but I think there's a pretty good possibility that their baby could end up with those double deformed paws, and that would definitely not help us in this situation. So see if you can get up to your medicines. Hopefully nobody's going to steal that in the process. And then on the next turn, you should be able to increase your lifespan just a little bit longer. That way we might be able to sneak an extra baby out of her yet. And oh my goodness, Leo and Luca, you have so many leeches out here too. Well, let's make sure that they're at least still picking up their acorns, though they seem to be running this tree dry at the moment. Maybe that means Leo should try to pick off the leeches. I'm a little bit worried to have him do so because I don't want him to pick up one instead. And we might have to wait until his brother is ready to lend him a paw. So he'll stay there for now. And then Merrick can go ahead and pick his berries for his brand new baby bearyena friend. It's kind of funny that he was the one to make friends with the bearyena first, considering his background. The bearyenas always seemed drawn toward him, and it was probably largely because of his soft appearance. He doesn't have the highest strength, so that means that he's very vulnerable to their attacks. But now, I guess if you can't beat them, we can join them instead. As long as we have a female to actually breed with that bearyena, then we won't even have to worry about the claw. We should be able to increase our strength just through the bearyena's genetics. Now, Bean, why don't you go ahead and clear out this area for our future mothers? And then I think we might be out of turns, so we can make 4 today. Everybody who has turns left needs to kind of stay where they are. The only thing we could do is make Pecan pick up the nest over on the stump, and then we'll move back to Anala just to make sure that she's going to be okay overnight. I'm always nervous to move back here because who knows if the bearyena is going to pick up our trail again. In fact, let's make sure that we're sniffing around first, just to be cautious. Alright, it seems like we don't have any dangers to deal with today. But I think, oh no, did one of your little Dodomingo friends pass away, Bean? Oh, that is so sad. His Dodomingo parent is unfortunately no longer with us, but at least they gave us these lovely nests to use. So first, let's bring Anala over to this healing fruit so she can munch on this. Yeah, I'm not really sure if this is going to extend her lifespan by what we need. We might be able to sneak that extra baby out of her, but it all depends how long it takes for her to get down to these nests, and it looks like it is going to take that extra turn. So we'll settle her down on 1 on the next turn, and in fact, maybe Crow could try to keep it safe, because I have a feeling that Dodomingo is going to come back looking to steal it pretty soon. We'll bring Bean back here to dig up some of the roots too. The many, many roots that his Dodomingo friends have led him toward. And then we should be ready to have little Barker toddle his way off the stump. He's one of the creatures that is going to need to protect the tribe pretty soon, with the help of his brother Grindilo. And actually, you would do a pretty good job picking berries too, so he's kind of like an all-in-one for us. Merrick is going to have to teach him very, very well because unfortunately this is his last day. So maybe he could have the little bearyena follow after Grindilo instead, because he will need somebody to keep track of him. Oh, and it looks like you guys found another acorn down here. That's a good sign. But let's bring Leo closer to the water's edge. That way we should be able to pick up the leech if it scoots just a little bit closer. We're tempting it right now with Leo. He's kind of playing the role of bait. We just have to keep a close eye on him as we make our moves. I guess we'll have Grindilo come over here to, unveil a bunny for us. Excellent. But the leech is a little bit too smart for Leo and Luca. It seems to have swam off in a different direction. So go ahead and attack the bunny for us. Then we'll have Leo go ahead and maybe knock down some more acorns. Though it does look like he could maybe try to dig up some worms instead, and there we go. Now the leech thinks we're not paying attention. So that was all you had to do. Make a little bit of extra noise in the water to lure it closer. I am so sad to say goodbye to Merrick though. He was honestly one of my favorites just because of his beautiful coat pattern. I am going to miss my little cherry blossom. But it seems as if our hopes have been answered because our bearyena friend is going to follow Grindilo. Or at least he seems quite interested in the idea right now. So for now, come over here and make sure you're picking up those berries. We don't need the bunnies getting to them first. Oh, Bean, how many times have I told you guys? You can't make friends with the bunnies right now, okay? We desperately need the food. So we'll bring Crow over here, and hopefully the Dodomingo won't settle down on that nest instead. There we go, so at least Anala can have one more baby. And then she should actually be able to scoot over to the other nest before she passes away. So 2 more chances for us to have a female baby. Though I think we're going to want to start sending our scouts out toward the wilderness soon, where all of those bluebirds were circling before. You guys have mentioned that the bluebirds will actually scoop up meat that we leave on the ground, so that could be why they were making so much noise before. Maybe they found some bunnies in the grass, or maybe the beryenas were attacking the different sources of food and leaving it all behind for them. But either way, I feel like that would probably be our best chance at finding a female, or any creature rather, because there's so much tall grass for us to sift through. So I think we'll have Pecan and little Barker go out and try to sniff around for somebody to take back home. Barker is going to have to be Pecan's guard, I guess. Even though he's only a little baby right now, he's actually much, much faster because he doesn't have the deformed paw. He has the running leg to help him cover more ground. We can't smell anything out there just yet, but once Pecan can take point, I'm sure that's going to change. So here we go. Let's cross our fingers that this is finally going to be the daughter that we need. Somebody to carry on our bloodlines. Oh my gosh, finally, yes! And she has the antlers too. So at least she's going to be a little bit stronger than some of her other tribe mates. Not by much, but she should be able to take her mother's place when she passes away. She's also extremely healthy with the normal blood clotting. Anala has that hemophilia in her inactive trait, so I was getting a little bit worried, but she is definitely going to help us survive and thrive in the Deadly Hills. There's no question about that. So our very first female baby, we're going to name Sagittaria, the savior of our warriors, and our little healers of the Deadly Hills. Now let's see if we can maybe get lucky on this turn too, since Anala has just 1 more day to go. We just need to ask your little Dodomingo friends to move out of the way first. Can you do that for us, Bean? There we go. She was a little bit stubborn, but she finally let us use that nest. So Anala, you might as well use your last turns to breed with Crow. and then we'll have him scout around for roots to dig up, as soon as we have Barker pounce on this little bunny. It should be easy for him to scoop that up for us thanks to his extra strength, so that's another good reason to send him out scouting with Pecan. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! And there's the killer bearyena! Oh, I forgot how massive they are! Barker, we should have been sniffing around while we were chasing after the bunnies. Oh, this is not good. And it looks as if the killer bearyena might actually be chasing down another rogue. Though I think that might be Seiko, because I see those two deformed paws. So I guess she did actually help us out quite a bit. We did figure she would probably best be used as a bait for the beryenas, which sounds so terrible, but clearly she has saved us. So hopefully the beryena is going to stay on her trail and not ours, because we can't have the beryena following us back to our babies. We unlocked a gene too, though. So let's see if we can figure out which one it was. Oh, the claw, excellent. So I guess when Barker swiped at that bunny, there was probably just enough attacks for us to unlock it in our mutation menu. So that's good. That means that Sagittarius family should be able to place that into their mutation menus, and then hopefully we'll have strong babies in our tribe once more. Now, Crow, you better look for that extra food as we follow after our friendly beryena. Maybe he's found something off in the tall grass that he wants us to notice. Well, we do have a root out here. That's better than nothing, but for now, I am going to just clear out the grass so we have more space to run around in. I'm a little bit bummed that Leo and Luca might not get the chance to start their own families. They only have 6 days remaining on their lifespans, and I don't think Sagittaria is going to grow up in time. So if they don't have any babies, we'll have to make sure that we name this island in their honor, the Island of the Crockerjaw Twins. I guess we might as well leave Grindylow here to pick his berries on the next turn. And then I'm going to go back to our explorers to see if the killer beryena is going to come out after them. Oh, interesting. I think that means that he may actually be going after Seiko instead. He's nowhere to be found now, too. Either that means he passed away, or Seiko is quite a bit faster than we realized. Well, either way, I guess that's a good thing for us. But let's make sure that we bring a bean over next to the babies so they don't accidentally get picked off by the bluebird, because I did hear it squawking in the sky. Yeah, now they're focused on all of our babies. So I guess that probably means that there's no little wandering rogues for us to pick up off this way. Or at least the birds haven't caught a whiff of them yet. It's no wonder they're so interested though, because they know that this is where all of our hopes and dreams have gathered. So we have yet another female in the nest. And this one, oh my goodness, has beautiful green eyes just like her mother. Oh, she looks quite a bit like Grindylow, actually. The antlers, the green eyes, just slightly darker fur. And unfortunately, she doesn't have the big body, and she does have the deformed paw. So that means she would be better suited to digging up the roots with her brother Bean. But as for this little one's name, we'll call her Zara. And naturally, just like her sister, the very first thing we're going to place into her mutation menu is that lovely claw. One of them will have to breed with the friendly beryena too, wherever he ran off to. Oh, he's going way down the shore. He's probably chasing after that bunny, but maybe, Crow, you could go in there just to make sure? Or maybe we should have Grindylow follow. He was the one who was supposed to, oh my goodness, look after the beryena anyway. Hello, you're a wanderer, right? Oh my gosh, you were hiding in here the entire time? Well, Crow, why don't you come in here and greet this female for us? So she has immunities G and K, which I believe are different to the rest of our tribe. That's a good sign. She does have the hemophilia and some lesser fertility, along with that deformed paw. but in all honesty, she's pretty healthy for a rogue. So Mikomi, we would be happy to welcome you into the tribe with open arms, and hopefully you'll be able to help us pick off all of these little bunnies. Maybe this could actually be how we continue Luca and Leo's line. Let's make sure that her immunity genes are different, G and K, and we have B and C. And they're identical twins, so all of their genes are completely the same. Alright, I think we may have found you a home. So let's have Mikomi make her way down the shore. And hopefully somebody will be able to light the way for her. Oh my gosh, she even found a little shell. Oh, so as she's shouting out that she has found some extra food for her new family, I'm sure Leo and Luca would jump on that immediately. They know all the best ways to crack open those pesky shells. So Leo, jump high atop your throne and light up the entire path for your brand new friend. And then on the next turn, hopefully we can get started on their family and finally see some little babies in this permanent nest. I have been waiting for that for a very, very long time. Now you guys back here, I'm not quite sure what to do with you now. I'm a little bit worried to have them move any further because we really don't want them picking up the attention of the killer bearyena. So this time, let's make sure we're sniffing around with Pecan's big nose. That way we'll know for sure if we're getting too close. We'll bring him into the tall grass over here. Well, there's a lot of berry bushes. A lot of roots and bunnies, so quite a bit of food for us to steal. So we'll have Barker jump in a little bit closer, just to see if he can sense anything. So far, so good. Now Pecan, move a bit further into the grass too. There he is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he is definitely locking on to poor Seiko. I can't imagine that would be anybody else, because it would be very unfortunate for us if two females managed to spawn with those rotten genetics. So you guys might actually want to return home, or at the very least, clear out the medicines. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this guy. Oh no, that ruins our plans completely. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have them breed on this turn. So there is a possibility that her baby could end up sick, because both of these rogues had immunity gene G. The only silver lining is that we might have the big body on them, but that won't offer us much comfort if the baby has two deformed paws. That is very, very unfortunate for this family, but we'll just have to make do with what we have. I'm sure we'll find a way to give whatever baby is born some sort of a role to help us out on this island. Even if their only job is just to sniff around in the tall grass, we know that we could use more scouts to watch out for those killer beryenas, so it's definitely not going to be a waste. But yeah, let's make sure that, oh geez, oh my gosh, that we bring Mikomi over to the nest. But first, we have a brand new friendly bearyena to meet. Oh my gosh, we're going to have 2 babies in the tribe? As long as we can take down the mother, of course. And it seems as if she's already taken some damage. Does that mean that our current friendly bearyena maybe took a swipe at her? Very, very interesting. If we can't take the bearyena down in this turn, we might want to watch them a little bit more closely once we skip the day. But Crow, go ahead and pick up your meat, land one good blow, and then jump as far away as you possibly can. Because you're going to have to leave most of the attacking to Grindilo. He is definitely quite a bit stronger. I don't want to attack the wrong one either. I guess the friendly beryenas are a little bit lighter in color, so that's a good way for us to tell them apart. But otherwise, we run the risk of chasing off the wrong bearyena. Should we have Grindilo try to land another attack, or should we have him jump out of the way instead? I'm kind of tempted to have him stay here, not only to watch the bearyena brawl, but also to just offer support to his friend. Because I don't think he would leave our friendly bearyena in the dust here. So he may end up getting a little bit injured, but we do have some brand new medicine up here for him to take, so we should be able to heal all of his wounds. Now you guys, I guess you're going to want to guide Mikomi over to the nest after all. This is so sad, this ruins all of our plans, but only for one day. We could even set up a new nest underneath this tree, because we do have enough nesting material for it. So we should be able to continue your true family once we pass the night. But let's see if we could maybe alter her mutation menu a little bit to hopefully make this baby a little bit more lucky. I can't really see it working too much in our favor, but we could always put maybe like the running leg and the claw in 2 of these slots, just so it's a little bit more likely to override her deformed paw, and either of them would be super helpful. We have the ram horns now too, so we'll have to start placing that into our extra mutation menus. But let's have Leo return to his brother's side as well, so they can hopefully knock down some more acorns together. They're definitely going to need to keep up on their food sources if they want to feed their babies. Now Sagittaria, you might actually be able to hunt our very first mole. I think he's going to turn this way, right? They turn clockwise. So if you jump over here, you should be able to surprise it from behind. Excellent. And then Bean can come over and pick up that meat for us. I'm really sad to see that all of his little Dodomingo friends have completely disappeared. Oh, there you are, little guy. He was just going for a dip in the ocean. So it looks like Bean's friends are still alive and well too. They haven't been chased off by all of those pesky bearyenas. We'll bring Pecan deeper into the grass as well. Sniff around too, just to make sure. But it looks like this side of the island is safe, so they can go back to trying to clear out this grass to make sure that nothing dangerous spawns directly around their healing fruits. That's one of the most precious areas on our island right now. So the moment of truth. Is our friendly bearyena hopefully going to lend a paw? Oh my gosh, Grindylow, are you getting attacked by your friend? Did we accidentally take a swipe at our friendly one? Now I'm not sure, and I'm a little bit worried that we may have him turning on us. Well, we're going to have to be very careful here. I mean, Grindylow, you could at least take out this bearyena, I think. She only has 2 days remaining on her lifespan. I think she did take some extra damage too, but I'm not 100% sure. That is very mysterious. Well, somebody's going to have to come down here and lick your wounds, then pick up the meat for us too, because we need that extra food. And then Grindylow, you better hightail it over to that medicine, because we have to get you healed up right away. But at least it's raining, which means that we can have Crow come down here and pick up some of those safe normal berries. And then maybe Sagittaria could actually help him too, because she does have the runner's leg as well, so she should be pretty good at that job. We'll leave the Dodomingos to their nest, and then we'll see if hopefully this baby had a little bit of luck on his side. Do we have 2 deformed paws? Or the claw instead? Yes! Alright, so he doesn't have the big body, but at least he has something to protect this side of the family. So he is actually going to be one of our first warriors since Anala and Ismi passed away. He's even healthy too. He has 2 different immunity genes. So I guess the goddess of war was smiling down upon us, or maybe Ismi herself, giving us that lovely claw to add back to our ranks. We'll call this baby our Lilo, and we'll keep him very close to his mother's side as she starts her family with the twins. The first order of business will be making sure that their mutation menus are set up too. So I think since Luca is right next to Mikomi, we'll have him breed with her first. We'll just make sure that we place the claw into his mutation menu too. Or maybe the nimble fingers? Oh, that might be a better choice for their babies, because at least then they would still be able to crack open the acorns, even if they don't inherit the cracker jaw. Then we'll place the ram horns on them too, because that would be super helpful for the added strength. We'll have Mikomi come over here. He'll use his turns to breed with her. Then she should be able to set up a nest a bit closer to the mainland. If you can call it that, this is a very, very small island. Not too many areas for us to potentially set up nests where the leeches can't get us, but we'll have to make do for now. I think Barker should probably come down here to make sure that the path is all clear for his brother. He's probably very, very worried about poor little Grindylow. And I don't see the killer bearyena lurking around this area either, so we should be safe. We'll just have Pecan make his way over to the water side, because it might be a nice idea for us to bring our clawed creatures to the water to scoop up some of those fish. I did notice we have some spawning down here right in this kelp patch, so that is a little bit of extra food for us to take. But that's all of our turns, so let's make sure that Bean is going to be okay next. Yeah, let's just make sure that this killer bearyena isn't going to attack him. Alright, so far so good. Maybe we had you all wrong, big guy. But we do need to make sure that we take the other baby bearyena in too. We'll have to use a little bit of our extra food, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's always a good thing to have a baby bearyena on your side, as long as they're not attacking you in the process. So let's see what our final baby of the episode is going to look like. Oh my gosh, it's another female, and she actually has the normal snout. I figured it was almost guaranteed that she was going to have her mother's derp snout, but I guess she lucked out. She was even blessed by the Balance Sisters, the claw to protect her family, and the nimble fingers to help her father pick up all of those acorns. Excellent. So we'll call this a little baby Piper, which seems super fitting of somebody who's going to spend so much of her time by the beach. Like a little sandpiper picking up all the food on the shore. So welcome to the tribe. I know you're going to help us out quite a bit as we continue to expand our territory, and maybe even investigate that killer bearyena in the future. Now that we're gaining some stronger members in the tribe, and now that we have some brand new bearyenas to work with too, we might be able to take on the killer bearyena ourselves. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!